Okay, folks, so this is Acid Roots. We're going to talk about the other half of the Bizarre double set that ICP dropped 15 years ago. So this is the Bizarre and both these albums. I think if you remember me reviewing the first one, um, I liked it, but I was really kind of torn in a lot of ways. I mean, if you want to know, it just kind of cooked my head a little bit too much, and I couldn't figure out what I actually thought. Maybe I was trying to force myself to like it. Maybe I needed to spend more time with it. Maybe I needed to um, open up my head to like more music than what I'm used to. But whatever the case may be, I gave it a lower score than probably what I would have wanted to, because I like this album quite a bit. This Bizarre album, the one with Tilt-A-Whirl on it, I really thoroughly enjoy it, and it kind of reminds me of the Great Milenko in a lot of ways. It's just got the same type stuff, and this is something to be proud of. So pretty much what you can do is you can take all 10 songs off both of these albums and leave off maybe one, two, or three songs, and you'd have a perfect set. But so what makes this album different? We're going to talk about that, and I think that you'll pretty much like it. So can you smoke to this? I think the answer is yes, you can. Tilt-A-Whirl is a great one to smoke to. Behind the Paint is Fearless is another one, and Rainbows and Stuff are some really good ones. The production, it's really kind of screwed up. I mean, to tell you the truth, I haven't really seen too many albums like this before, so it's pretty new to me thinking about what the production is like. Like, I really like the Fearless beat. That one had like some bumps in the song, just real kind of synth bumps, something like that. I don't know, but it's pretty slick. Rainbows and Stuff was pretty demented, which I liked. We Gives No Fuck was a metal type song, which was another good one. Behind the Paint was um, Behind the Paint was basically a good one too. Most of this production is pretty swamped. That's one thing you're going to notice. I feel like some of the best beats on here are Fearless, Still Stabbing, Rainbows and Stuff, Tilt-A-Whirl, and Behind the Paint. Those are the ones you need to go for. They're just really swamped. They really have like a clogged type way of feeling, and I think it'll probably take a few listens if you're new to ICP. So if you've been listening to like Ludacris and that sort of thing, I think that this is like an explosion in your face. But the unheard songs, so out of 10 songs, because the intro I didn't count, and then Pendulum's Promise was 21 minutes, so I didn't bother with that one. But there was only one song I didn't like out of the rest of the 10, and that was Please Don't Hate Me. Everything else, good to go. Behind the Paint, like I said, sounds really evening time, depressed type attitude. Tilt-A-Whirl was a metal type song, just like We Gives No Fuck and Rainbows and Stuff. Both of those are kind of rap rock sounding. Fearless was one of my favorites, but I also like Take Me Away and Rainbows and Stuff. And then Tilt-A-Whirl. So the whole album is pretty much good. But, I don't want people thinking that this album is shitty, because I know sometimes critics say different things and assume that it's not good. But, believe it, you take a risk, you go outside of your comfort zone when it comes to rap, you're definitely going to have an exciting time. I feel like both Bizarre albums, if we would have taken like maybe 18 of those songs or 17 or 16, it'd basically be, perfect right there. So that's what you're looking at. This Bizarre is probably the one I like more, even though I like the Happy song on the first one. That one is just too inescapable to not miss out on, so that's definitely one to take a look at. So this album's gonna get a 10. Most certainly it will. The future ICP, I've reviewed both of their 2015 albums, so take a look at those. And is this album social? I'll give it an 8 social, just because I think it didn't really have the charting songs. I haven't really known them for charting. But as far as underground goes, if Tech Nine is like your life or something like that, these guys are in that same soundscape. So just understand that, depending upon your type of audience that you like, this will be a higher or lower score, but that's why I gave it an 8. So yeah, can it be topped? Pretty much not. I mean, both these albums are excellence. That needs to be known. So both Bizaar albums, go out and get it, mix them, mix up the songs so no one knows which ones you'll play, and you're set to go. 10 and 8 social.